Okay, this video is for the owner of this record player, to show him what's going on with the cartridges and what I found. First off, let me explain what we're looking at here. This is a microscope. Actually, it's a digital, it's like a microscope. And I'll show you what we got. Let me move my camera manually. You see I got the arm down there resting on a roll of painter's tape, phonographs back there. We got some pieces here we'll need to talk about, but right now let me show you what's going on with this cartridge. This is the one that's currently in the record player. I was able to get sound out of it. Now you're going to have to just, deal with my hands here. I know everything's big. I got to focus on both the, there we go, on both the, on here and as well as on the camera, so I'm probably going to have to raise that up or take this down, one or the other. There we go, that'll work. Okay, if I put this on, it's on LP right now. On LP, you'll notice that the needle is somewhat straight. Maybe you can see that. There's a couple things to notice, and unfortunately I can't make it any clearer. Maybe I can zoom in here. These two. Okay, first off, look at the edge of the needle right here. You see how the needle is twisted? It's not straight across. It's coming downhill. It's not bad. On the LP, that works. But when I flip it over to 78, it is really noticeable. See the difference? Now, there's some other things to notice. If I hold this corner down here at a right angle, this way and this way, notice how the right side is higher than the left side. And that's also up at the top. Can you see how much higher the right side is than the left side? The whole cartridge, well, you can see the glue joint from the glue discoloring over the years. See in there? It's all discolored. See that? It looks a whole lot worse on my side than it does on the camera. And unfortunately, I cannot get that any better. There we go. Sorry about that. I cannot get that any better. And try to zoom on it. Okay. The other thing is in here, in there, underneath. Can you see underneath here this corrosion? A little better. Still doesn't look like on my side. It looks nice and clean. You get them lights off. Maybe that'll help a little. Yeah. See in there? You see on that side there, inside there, it's all gummy and gooey. Same on this side here, but you can't tell because it won't focus. There's nothing I can do with this camera to make it focus either. It's not going to. Maybe if I can zoom back out. I'm taking a picture of an LCD screen, so taking a picture of a TV, you're just not the same. Anyway, I was trying to get where you could see that, but you can't. I could take some still photos, but again, that isn't really going to help much because you don't see the detail. And if I shine a light in there, down in there, maybe. No. I can't even get a light over there. Well, you can see some in there. You can see some of. That's actually the part that the needle would be sitting on, and it's gone, and that's the part that picks up the audio. I did find these, and they're marked, and I opened them up. I opened one of them up. I didn't open them both up. I needed to know what they were. This one is a LP needle, and this one's a 78 needle. Of course, they don't go on this cartridge because this cartridge is a flip cartridge. It has double-sided needle, and they don't go with this cartridge, so I don't know what they go to. You included in the package another cartridge. This cartridge these needles don't go to this cartridge. This cartridge, this whole front end comes out, and that's the needle, which I can't do with one hand, but basically, oh, you see it slide out and take it right out. Okay, that's the cartridge, the needle that you would replace on this particular cartridge. This cartridge is a stereo cartridge that has never been used. It's a new old stock. However, it needs some cleaning, and I don't know how well it'll work. It's probably 70s, maybe 80s. But these needles don't go to that cartridge either. So you got two cartridges here that, and with new needles that don't go to either cartridge. This cartridge is no good, so it don't matter even if the needles did go to it. This cartridge, I can make this cartridge probably work as long as it plays. I don't know how it would line up in this head, but I think it would line up in there, and it would work. But it will only play. I'm assuming that's a 78-45 needle, and it would, a LP 45 needle, and it won't play 78s. It'll only play LPs and 45s. There's also the problem of the weight of the tone arm. This tone arm is very heavy. It has a very limited adjuster here. Most of the modern cartridges and replacement cartridges need around 8 grams of pressure. And this cartridge, this arm with the cartridge that's in it, is at 22 grams. Now I could probably back it off and maybe get down to 7 or 8. I don't know, but definitely got issues there. So anyway, that's the deal with that. I got two bad cartridges. I got two new needles, but new old stock needles, but they don't fit either cartridge. This cartridge is an old stock cartridge, has a needle in it. I don't know if it's 78 or LP. I think it's LP. It would make sense, right? Why would they sell you a 78 cartridge unless that's what you exactly asked for? Needle. They would have sent LP in this cartridge. Now, unfortunately, this company has gone out of business about, 30 years ago, 35 years ago. Empire, I don't know if you can see that, but it's Empire, and it's a 2500X cartridge. They're no longer in business, so buying needles, styluses or needles, whatever you want to call them, I call them needles. Buying needles to those are not going to work. Okay, that brings us to the springs. You have 3 springs here that go on these, right here, so on these bolts, right, and go into the cabinet. They're totally corroded corroded bad. I can spray paint this one and save it. I can put it in my ultrasonic cleaner, clean it up, and save it. Let me zoom out on that a little. Okay, get rid of the warning because I was saying I was too close. But I can save this. This one, on the other hand, I can't save. The whole top is rusted right off. There's nothing I can do with that. I can paint this, I'll clean them both and paint it. I don't have any. I might be able to find them on eBay. I don't know, I have to look. Okay. The motor mounts were totally destroyed. That's not a problem. I put in brand new motor mounts. These motor mounts were original. I noticed in the paperwork that this this record player had been serviced and technically restored. They didn't restore it. They didn't replace, whoever did it didn't replace these motor mounts. So the motor was sitting way down. You can see how compressed and shrunken this all is. There was 3. There's 3 motor mounts in phonographs. The third one is just a bunch of pieces. It just let go. But anyway, I got brand new motor mounts in there. Okay. It's a little tricky to do with the arm off, but I'm going to attempt it anyway so I can show you here. I don't know if I can, now that I think about it. I've got too many things in my way filling up my bench. Let's try it this way. Okay. What am I pulling on? Oh, just a cord. Okay, here. This is the lever that I was talking about that does absolutely nothing. There's supposed to be a spring that hooks over here and connects to another lever. Can you see that? Oh, no, you can't see that. There's like the cord's in my way and everything else and not enough hands. There's like a V stain here. Comes up this way and it goes down to that hole there. See it? That's from where the original lever would have rubbed a little bit. and it hooked into that notch up here. And you can't see it, just a second. Get the light down there, now you can see it. Alright, try that again. And if I'm on my light, okay, yeah, now you can see it better. It hooked onto that lever there, that where it's wedged out, a piece of metal. That's what the lever connected to, and there's that wear line where it would rub, and it had a spring that went all the way over to there. That's totally gone, and there's no way I can get that replaced because they don't exist. These units do not exist anymore. I couldn't even find this one online, and I mean, you know, for replacement parts. I did find the exact unit. Let's see. In here? No, of course not. It'd be too easy. Up. Yeah. Okay, there it is. So you see it's got the same thing. This is the on button, the off button is under the arm, same spindle, same thing. And there it is, Western Chicago. And make it a little bigger here. And you know, there's the controls. It's a Model 70, and it tells you about using the off build button. You use the on button here. That's what it says here. By my cursor right there. So press the on button firmly and release. This activates the motor and engages the idle wheel. Basically, it ejects to eject the record. Note, the off button may be pressed during any portion of the change cycle. The pickup arm may be moved manually and at that time, at any time without damage to the mechanism. Alright, so that's what the off button is. Pickup arm should not be touched until it has come to rest on the off button. So when you push that off button, the arm is supposed to come up, go back, and set on that over that off button. And then, of course, it continues talking about it. You have manual and automatic. And it has all the pictures of the mechanisms underneath, you know, for service people like me that service them. See, it's got all the places, diagrams, everything that I need. What's under your turntable. Now yours has two wheels, not just one, because yours is a 78 and 45. 78 and LP. This is just 78, but it's the same unit. It's got the same motor. These are the motor mounts right here, right there, here, and there. There's the three motor mounts that are totally deteriorated, so I redid them. This is the eject system. Oh, here we go. Here's the off button right here, number 25. That's the off button. Here's the on button, number 24. Here's the piece that's missing. See, there's a lever here. There's that little notch I was showing you. There's a lever here. Comes down, goes to another piece, these two pieces here. And then it has a spring. I thought the spring went that way. It doesn't. It come down this way. But you see the spring. So this piece, this notch assembly here, and is all missing. This piece, and this spring are gone. So there's nothing I can do there. But when the arm sets on here, on this off button, what's happening because of that is right here. See this little mark right here? Right in front of this marker, right there. See that? That's the needle mark. That's where the needle, when the arm's sitting here, the needle's hitting that, and it scratched that there. So, I mean, you can hear it, right? Hear it? See over here, nothing. Right here. That's what ruined the needles, both of the needles, because it's been sitting on that. And it probably been sitting on that a while, and when the cartridge got soft from age and started deforming, that's probably what made the cartridge twist. Although I don't know. Any old plastic cartridges like these are going to twist. Plastic, when it dries up, it shrinks and it twists. Happened to the arm, happened to that, happened to all pieces. Not so much to Bakelite. This is a little better, but Bakelite does shrink too. Plastic shrinks worse. So anyway, this is the manual for it and everything on here, and there's the parts list. Here's the part that made it difficult for me is when I went to look for the cartridge. I don't know if you can see it here, but it says cartridge, crystal pickup, and then it says use the manufacturer number. Well, I don't have the manufacturer number because I don't have the original cartridge. So I was hoping it would have been listed here, and then I could at least known what the cartridge was, but it isn't listed here, so I don't know. Anyhow, that's where I'm at. If you want to send me the other cartridge, I'll try to get it working. Maybe these needles go with the other cartridge, but you can only use one of these at a time, which is not good because they're hard to change. So I don't know why you got these. I don't know. These are for, see, they're very delicate. You can see how small they are. See this little wire here that connects the needle to the bracket? That's very delicate. That's like the size of not much bigger than a human hair. And they get bent and then it won't work. So it's very delicate if it gets bent bad. You can see it's really small, right? Let me try to get it in my hand, but I can't. So anyway, I don't know what cartridge they go to, but having them is a problem because if you want to switch them to go from 78 to 45, you can see it better there, you have to unclip this, pull it off, and clip the other one on. And that's not going to last. These are not meant to be switched out like that. This is supposed to stay until it's no longer good. That'll definitely bend and break, and it would not work. It wouldn't line up for long. So I don't know why you got these. I don't know why they gave you two. I guess they figured, well, maybe you'd pick one or the other, but not both. So there you go on those. But I do need the other cartridge. If it don't work, then I have to order a cartridge that'll fit it and make it fit. Now, one of the things that is good is they didn't take this out, and it's good that they left it because this is the original flip. See, the whole bracket flips. And it looks nice being there on the front. If they took it off, it would have looked really bad. It had a hole there in the front of the arm and everything. So that looks cool. It looks original. So a flip cartridge like this is okay. A flip needle, that's okay. And you don't have to use this. I don't think I can get a cartridge that'll use this. This is actually part of the cartridge. It comes with the cartridge. And I don't think I can find that cartridge. They don't make them. They haven't made them in probably 50 years. 60 years, because this is maybe more than that. This is 1947. So anyway, I appreciate you watching the video. I wanted you to at least be aware of what we're dealing with, what's going on, what I have to find, pieces I have to find. I don't need these because I already replaced them. All three were brand new ones. I just need these. I can salvage this spring. I really can't salvage that spring. And the third spring is missing. There's 3 springs. There's these screws. There's one here, there's one back there, and there's one over here in the middle in the back of the record player. So those 3 screws go to these, went to 3 springs, there's only 2, and one's destroyed. I'll try to track those down. Well, thanks for watching.